Now I know we've all tried birria at some point, most of us, right? Whether it be tacos or quesadillas. But today I'm gonna introduce a totally different recipe, right? Yes, I might be crossing the line with this one, but I can guarantee it's gonna be absolutely delicious because today I'm gonna show you how to make a quick and easy birria ground beef and potato casserole. Let's get it, guys. We have 3 types of peppers. We have our ancho chilies along with our pasilla peppers and guajillo chili peppers as well. What we are gonna do, because these peppers are literally roasted, toasted, and dried out, we're gonna go ahead with the sharp scissors, kitchen scissors of course, and we're just gonna cut across. And the reason why we're doing that is because we want to go ahead and remove the majority, if not all of the seeds out of the peppers. Simply because if you hold on to the seeds, your tongue is going to be on fire. That's the only way to say it. It's going to be super spicy. It's just like eating a jalapeno pepper without removing the membranes and the seeds, because all of the heat, the shell of the pepper pretty much gives you that nice flavor, but the seeds, they bring the heat, baby. So as you can see, I'm just removing all of those seeds. Got my gloves next to me, but why are they not on my hands? It is what it is, right? If you're gonna be doing this, make sure you either wear protective gloves if you have sensitive skin, or you wash your hands thoroughly, really good. We're gonna go ahead and toss this in the garbage, of course, because we don't need those seeds. We're gonna move right along to seasoning our potatoes. These potatoes are cubed. All right, let's get the party started with adding some oil. We're gonna go in there with a pinch of salt and ground black pepper. Ground meat is gonna have more than enough flavor, and we wanna be able to taste the flavors from the meat. You know what I'm saying? We want all of the flavors to work together without over seasoning. Let's add some granulated garlic along with some chicken bouillon for a nice little extra added flavor. Let's go in with a smoky element of paprika. If you have regular paprika, you can use regular paprika. It's just not gonna have that smoky element of flavor. It's gonna give it a nice color, however. Let's add some of my Cooking with Tammy all-purpose seasoning. Now, this is not your typical all-purpose seasoning like Slap Your Mama or McCormick. Totally different. We're gonna get in there, we're gonna mix it on up. Make sure the seasoning is stuck onto the potatoes, of course. If the potatoes are a little dry, no worries, add some more oil. Let's loosen things up just a bit. And in the meanwhile, we are gonna turn our oven on to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Get that oven hot and preheated. And we are gonna go ahead and get our 9x13 casserole dish. All right, look at these potatoes. These are gorgeous. You gotta admit, this is beautiful. Perfectly seasoned, right? Using the correct seasonings, of course. Nothing that's going to be overwhelming to the palate. And that's it. Once it's situated in the pan or in the casserole dish, we're going to place it into the oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 20 minutes. If you want to go ahead and flip the potatoes halfway through, you definitely can. And that's about it. We're going to cook them until they're nice and crispy on the outside, but fork tender on the inside. To a pan where no hot oil is actually needed, we're going to toast our peppers. And we're going to place it in a hot pan. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to release all of the flavors and aromatics within the peppers. Once we start to incorporate them with the recipe, they're going to have the ultimate flavor. Let's add our onion because we're going to be toasting up our onion as well. All right, this part should take about 3 minutes because the pan is nice and hot. Once you start smelling your peppers, you're gonna remove the peppers. If you start smelling your onions, of course, flip it on over and toast the other side as well, because I know I'm smelling the onions. And once you start to smell your garlic, toss it around in the pan as well. We're gonna add some boiling hot water, and this is gonna rehydrate the peppers. All right, we're gonna let it sit in there for about 5 to 10 minutes. We went ahead and pulled out our trusty blender. Into our blender, of course, we are gonna add our rehydrated peppers, along with our garlic and our onions. The onions got caught in the mix. To be honest with you, I did not have intent to add the onions or add water to the onions, but it is what it is. All right, add a little bit of the broth. small amount goes a long way. We have cinnamon in this ramekin along with Mexican oregano. We also have some cumin, salt, ground black pepper, and anything else that and cinnamon, ground cinnamon, of course. If there's anything that I forgot to mention, don't worry about it. It will definitely be in the ingredient list in the description bar. Let's add some tomatoes. Gonna add our leftover garlic powder. Let's add some apple cider vinegar for a contrast of flavor. Let's add some bay leaves and our beef broth. If you don't have beef broth, of course, you can add some bouillon with water, which is what I did. To our pan, let's add some oil, small amount of course. And let's introduce our ground beef. Because this is 85-15, we don't have any excess oil, right? Any small amount of oil that you may see is the oil that I'm going to use to saute our onions. Let's add some salt, ground black pepper to the ground meat. Give it its own individual flavor, along with a little bit of bouillon and garlic powder. Now we're going to season that really well, so no need to overdo the thing. All right, let's incorporate our onions with the ground beef, of course. Let's add a little bit of my Cooking with Tammy seasoning. Even though it says chicken, has no chicken properties, no chicken ingredients. All right, that's going to bring up an additional element of flavor, of course. And we're going to give it a toss about maybe 1 to 2 more times. It's time for us to add our sauce. Yay. All right, let's fold the meat into the sauce, of course. So cover it down, lower that flame to low heat. Allow it to come to a slow simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And once we're done, we're going to pull our potatoes out of the oven and we're going to put this casserole together. Check out our Birria style ground beef. This is gorgeous, nice, rich, deep color. Ooh, you can see all of the pieces of the guajillo peppers mixed in between. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Smells amazing. Check out our beautiful golden brown roasted potatoes. We're ready to go and meet up with our beautiful ground beef. I'm gonna go ahead and place it on top just like that. Our beautiful potato casserole. Use the back of the spatula to spread the meat onto the potatoes. Ooh, this is gorgeous. It smells amazing, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, my loves, now because this is a Mexican style ground beef, now here's the thing, right? You can add, let's say, maybe some melting quesadilla cheese or even some Oaxaca cheese. However, I don't have either or, simply because I used it for something else. We have our shredded Mexican blend of cheeses, which we are going to add to the top, of course. And this is going to work out just fine. Nevertheless, all right, into the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit until the cheese is perfectly melted. And no, I'm not going to cover it down with aluminum foil. All right, I want the cheese to become nice and bubbly, get those nice little golden brown bubbly edges going on, and that's about it, my loves. 350 in the oven for about, I want to say for about maybe 5 to 8 more minutes, or until the cheese is perfectly melted. Our Birria style ground beef potato casserole is finished, but not just quite. We need to add some cilantro, bring out the color element just a little bit. Now here's the thing, my loves, if you don't like cilantro, if you don't have it on hand, you probably have parsley on hand, you could definitely use parsley. Yes, the flavor profile is going to be different, but that's totally okay, right? It's all about preference at the end of the day. But nevertheless, if you have some lemon juice, you can go ahead and squeeze that on top as well. But for now, my loves, let's get to eating. All right, let's see. This is pretty. Look at all of the seasoning locked into the potatoes. Woo! This is pretty. Let's add some more cilantro because yes, I am a cilantro lover. If you want to add some freshly squeezed lime juice on top, you definitely can. My lime is squirting every place besides where it needs to squirt. But nevertheless, just leave it there for garnish. And we have some consommé left over. Add a little bit of that if you want, right? And let's dig in. The cheese and everything, the potatoes. It smells amazing. Heaven on earth. I didn't think adding the lime juice, right? Because we're dealing with potatoes, right? It's not to say that we're dealing with birria, shredded meat, so on and so forth, where you add your little squeeze of lime juice and, you know, whatever. Even though this is a potato casserole, add the lime juice. Add the lime juice because, as I always say, cilantro and lime pairs together perfectly. All right? This is definitely a winner, and it's not a chicken dinner. Give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think. I would definitely catch you in another video. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.